to him. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. You could be a Bradley's baddie too. So join Jovan and get your critical cap on. 'Cause there's a Bradley's baddie inside of me and you.
Yo, I'm absolutely Jovaning my Bradley right now. What is up, chat? What is Gucci? Y'all Jovaning your Bradleys at the moment? Hey, yo. Welcome to stream, everybody. Welcome to stream. It is Wednesday, April 15th. We are 201 days away from midterms. How are y'all doing? Y'all chilling? I'm chilling. Y'all chilling? Yeah, we chilling. We chilling. Yeah. Yeah, we chilling. Y'all doing good though? It is time to debate. We're here to debate conservatives. And I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on Facebook at the moment. Because we're going to see if, being live on Facebook brings any of those conservatives. So whatever platform you're watching on, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you comment on the stream. Make sure you share the stream. Remember, all of those things helps get us people to see the number and call in. Same if you're on Facebook. Share this shit, like this shit, comment on this shit. Do the things to pump up the algorithm. 219-327-8005 is the number to call in if you want to debate. That number again, 219-327-8005. We have a couple of topics on the board. Topic number 1, the Iran war is unjustified. What this means is there's no reason for us to be in a war with Iran. None whatsoever. It's completely an unjustified, war. And we're doing it to maintain state power and profit. So, Iran war unjustified. Number 2, trans men and women are men and women. This speaks for itself. Number 3, the Christian God is evil. I can prove it. Number 4, gender affirming care for minors. Number 5, MAGA is uneducated. And remember, there's always an asterisk there that says if they are educated, they are in fact bad people. And then number 6 is systemic racism and white privilege is real. If you want to, you can also call in and we can talk about abortion. We can talk about capitalism. We can talk about a litany of things as well. Those are all of the topics. Remember, 219-327-8005. The number again, 219-327-8005. Let's get our housekeeping out of the way. Okay. Let's first get our housekeeping out of the way. Shout out to Ferocity, Scary at Thugman, and the Cynical One being the first people to show up in Twitch today. You guys, Twitch always gets a little bit more shout out than everywhere else because it was my first platform and it's my special booby bear. Reader, thank you. Oh shit. I'm almost fully done with this cough, dude, I swear. Reader, thank you for resubscribing with Prime over on Twitch. Ray Reborn, thank you for resubscribing for 1 month to tier 1 over on Twitch. And Raging Butterfly, thank you for resubscribing with Prime over on Twitch. Shout out to you guys in the Twitch chat. We have people already calling in, so we're going to get those calls screened. We have Pillow, I'm pretty sure, on deck, screening calls. So hopefully we get some people in here, so we can get some debates happening. And then we'll hang out after that. If you're watching on YouTube, remember you are going to be watching a vertical version of the show. The vertical version is how we get callers that pumps out to YouTube's Shorts feed. And that's how we get people to call in. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, you are going to get the horizontal version, but Twitch is the better platform if you want to go and support. Speaking of which, if you really want to support the show, there's a couple of ways to do that. Way number one, Cash App and Venmo. Both are on screen. You can hit that Cash App and Venmo if you really want to. If you want to send a tip and be like, hey, Jovan, we really like the work you do, so thank you so much for that work. Way number two, Super Chats. And Super Chats will get read out loud when I throw them up on screen like so. Here, look, because we already had a Super Chat. Let's pull this bad boy up. Oh, did it? That didn't change. Hello? Oh, you know what probably happened? Yeah, that changed that. Oh no. It should be this. Let's try it now. Send. There we go. And when you send a super chat, I read it in a funny voice. Let's go. Oh, hey. From Armed Fro said, I'm Giovanni my Bradley till I debate. So true. So true. So true. Thank you for the super chat. That's what happens if you super chat. So yeah, if you send a super chat, that's what you see. Speaking of, we also got a Venmo. So
this is a fun voice. Spencer said, I like my Jedi Knights how I like my water temperature. Luke. Thank you so much, Spencer, for the Venmo. Thank you for supporting the show.
Supports of the show are always appreciated, never required. So that's all our housekeeping for the day. All the super chats will get read in between calls. So send your super chats in if you want me to read them. In between calls, I will read them. We got calls lining up. They're all being screened. So just be patient if you're in the calling queue. Just be patient if you're in the calling queue. And we will get to all of the calls. I promise. I promise. How are you guys, chat? Now that I've done all my housekeeping. How's our chat today? How's chat today? Huh? How you doing, chat? You doing Gucci? I know there are a lot of chuds already storming into the YouTube chat, guys. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it again. Don't engage with them. That's what they want. They want you to engage. So don't do it. Avoid them. Either they call in or let them talk to themselves. Okay? Literally just ignore them. Yep, just ignore them. I don't know how many times I can tell y'all that they want to debate in the comments. So don't give them what they want. It shouldn't be this hard for you guys to what's the word I'm looking for? It shouldn't be this hard for you guys to follow the rules. Like, just shouldn't be. Like, I should not have to, like, even when you guys are like, well, should we just troll them? Just don't engage. Like, it's not that hard to follow the rules, you know? Just don't engage with them. Oh, we got another Venmo from Spencer. Let's read it and then do a couple of these.
Carefully wait for. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this my Chipotle? Is this my Chipotle? Spencer, thank you for the Venmo. Said chat, just be a liberal and do nothing. That's pretty funny. That's pretty amusing. I agree, chat. Be like a liberal and do nothing. And just pray for better outcomes. pray, chat. Just pray. Let's do our super chats too.
Scuba Steve said, poo poo, pee pee. Poo poo pee pee indeed. Indeed, poo poo pee pee. And Apaz Man said, new Avatar movie, y'all, adult team Avatar. Yeah, but don't watch the leak, bro. Y'all, if you have already, I'm a little upset with you. Don't watch the leak, guys. You know? Let's not watch the Avatar leak, okay? I can only imagine what the artists feel like with that shit leaking. Let's just ignore the leak, okay? The movie will be out in October, and then watch it all then. Okay, let's just do it that way. All right, Pillow is having screening issues, so Winnie is in here screening so we can get our first call going. So Winnie is currently screening the calls right now. YouTube, only 73 likes. I don't know what y'all are doing, but get with it, bro. People are like, well, I already watched it. Well, when we don't get another Avatar movie, you're gonna know why. So, okay. That's gonna be on you. Bro, I'm watching this same phone number call in 14 times, and they keep skipping the auto screener and hanging up. What the fuck is happening? It's just kind of weird, you know? All right. All right. Looks like we finally got some calls pushed through. So who's ready to take our first call today? Who is ready to take our first call? Coming up on the show, we have Samuel. Samuel is calling to talk about the Christian God being evil. Samuel, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns. All right, great. And Samuel, you are a Christian, correct? Okay, great. Now, Samuel, I do believe the Christian God is evil. I believe he is engaged in acts of immense cruelty and suffering. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
Your points number 1 and number 6, which was systematic racism and the Iran war. So I wanted to say, first of all, I agree with both those kind of in this context. But the reason I think, mostly I disagree is the witness I've seen from the work that I know a lot of other Christians around me do here. Like, so for example, I'm from Nebraska. So we have an entire orphanage area that's been specifically set up by Christians in retaliation to state and state laws to conduct work for orphans on the street that no one else was doing. So I'm not too familiar with people who actually come in and say that they believe the Christian God is doing acts of cruelty. So I'd be interested in your side on that.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about like what Christians do when I talk specifically about the Christian God being evil. I'm talking specifically about, and also you are peaking a bit on your mic, so if you could just take a step back from your mic, that would be great. I'm specifically talking about the actions taken by the God. So if we're looking at the Christian Bible says that God specifically has done a lot of things for thousands of years, and a lot of that has been commanding genocide. A lot of that has been, uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Actively doing genocide himself. And I don't think a God who tortures people, I don't think that can be a good God. I think that God can be nothing but evil, especially if that God has no need to torture, which the Christian God would have no need to torture.
Okay. So when people are talking with you about Christianity and we're talking about saints and this entire cloud of witnesses, hundreds of millions of people who have, whether or not they've all actually done it, many of them have agreed to be tortured and be suffered and stand out as a specific witness to suffer unnecessarily to get a point across. That is not powerful to you then?
No,
No, not at all. Okay.
no.
Okay.
That means like
So
literally fuck all to me, honestly, like truthfully.
okay. Okay. And so you believe in no God at all then, presumably?
Well, yes, I'm an atheist. I don't believe God exists. But again, just real quick, Samuel, you're still peaking pretty hard. If you could just back your
Okay.
mic up from your face.
I'm
a
on
little
my
bit.
phone, so I'm trying to keep my mouth farther away from the phone, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
do you
if there
okay.
is if the Christian God is real and the Bible is to be believed, then yeah, he would be
Mhm.
pretty evil.
Okay. I'm coming from the side of I'm Norwegian, and so my ancestors always followed what would have been pagan gods that are kind of famous for committing genocide and being very violent. And the only god that has really outshined that one, at least in white culture specifically, has been the Christian God by showing us other means of being peaceable with each other and with
I
other
would argue
people.
the Christian God is not a God of peace. He's a God of blood sacrifice.
The blood sacrifice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that does okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's a belief. I guess I don't really have any other arguments against
Well,
that.
do you believe that God sent his one begotten son to earth to die for our sins?
Yes, yeah, I do.
That was a blood
I
sacrifice.
believe.
So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, no, which is why.
you also believe he's a God of blood sacrifice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But like, I'm saying like that's totally fine because it was like the point being it was one time, so we don't have to continue
That's
killing each
not.
other.
Well, wait. Okay. Could God have forgiven our sins without the blood sacrifice?
Could God have forgiven our sins without the blood sacrifice? Well, I wouldn't go in and challenge his decision specifically.
I'm
Per
not. I'm
se.
not asking
I
about
would just.
challenging his decision, right? Like he made the decision, whatever.
You're right. Right.
He's all
No, no.
powerful. Okay.
Right. But
Samuel,
what I
I
would
need
just
you
say
to
is,
if your phone is not on speaker, maybe try putting it on speaker. It's just you're so loud.
sorry. Okay. Is it? They told me to take it off speaker. Maybe that'll be better.
I mean, this sounds better already. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, God is an all-powerful being. He could have forgiven our sins just by snapping his fingers. He did not need to send Jesus down to be sacrificed, but he did anyway. Because he enjoys torturous sacrificial things. He enjoys watching creatures suffer, so much so that he liked watching his only son suffer.
Okay. Okay. So I see. I guess where I come in, I see that from is men are more evil than that already, anyways, and we're already demanding blood sacrifices from their sons and from other men's sons and from the sons of other races. So
Men don't have the ability to be all powerful. A being that can't be all powerful and commits evil actions, right? Like a being like that, sure. This being doesn't have infinite knowledge of the universe. God is an all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful being. Anytime God does anything torturous, it's because he wants to. There are tons of times where man will do something evil or harmful and we don't realize that it's evil or harmful until later. God knows all the harmful things that he's doing and he does them anyway. even though he has the power not to do any of these harmful things and still accomplish his goals. He just likes that stuff. He likes watching babies get cancer, you know?
No,
It's fun
yeah,
for him.
I hear what you're saying. I understand your point. Are you familiar with the Christian perspective that the murder of Jesus Christ was the greatest evil that was ever committed?
If the murder of Christ is evil, why did God allow it to happen?
Because men are evil.
Wait, why did God allow his son to be murdered? All he had to do was not send Jesus to earth and forgive us of our sins without sending Jesus here. And then bada bing, bada boom, the most evil thing to happen in the world doesn't happen. God knew it would happen. He had the plan that it would happen, and he let it happen. He
Right,
wanted it to
right.
happen. God wanted the most evil thing that's ever happened in the world, which I don't actually believe that the murder of Jesus is the most evil thing in the world, but God wanted this, which you're saying is the most evil thing in the world, to happen. He wanted it to happen. He wanted the evil to exist. He gets a kick out of it.
Right. I mean that's pretty specifically the teaching of the Catholic Church, is that was the most evil thing that ever happened. So then I guess what I hear you
I mean, I'd say the
not
Holocaust was probably worse, right?
I mean, that was done by Christians. So, like a point for you. But like what I hear you grappling through is not recognizing or maybe understanding how evil fathers actually are, and the fact that fathers constantly do things that have to be forgiven, and that the sacrifice was a means of allowing sons to make peace with their own
Again,
fathers.
God is all powerful. He could have done this without killing Jesus. The
But
sending Jesus to be sacrificed, everything that accomplished, God could have done without that because he's an all powerful being. He didn't need to send Jesus to earth. He didn't need Jesus to be sacrificed. He could have had the same message Jesus spread get spread throughout humanity without ever having Jesus be there. He just didn't want to do it that way. Instead, the way he chose to do it was sending a person to this mortal plane to be sacrificed, a blood sacrifice for his amusement.
I mean, so then now what you're coming at is the angle of a father image that's malevolent
Yes, if
without
if
full proof
if
of their
if you can
their
if
their
you can accomplish something without doing harm, and you choose to do it in the way in which it causes harm, I would 100% call that malevolent.
and you choose to do it in a way that causes harm.
Yep.
Right. And fathers are, as men, evil enough that they were already performing blood sacrifices for their sons and against other people.
People were
And
performing
so
blood sacrifices in the
when
Old Testament because God told them to all the time. Literally,
blood
constantly. God constantly
sacrifices,
told people to do blood sacrifices. So people were like, well, God seems to like blood sacrifices. Guess we'll keep doing
of
those.
lambs, yes.
No, of people.
But other than Isaac, I don't know who you're thinking of.
When God told Moses to send the Israelites and slaughter the Midianites, that's a blood sacrifice. He said, "Kill."
Right.
God had Moses kill all of them. He said, "Kill anything that breathes."
That's warfare.
That's not warfare when you started.
That's not warfare when I started.
No, when that's a genocide. That's not warfare. Killing all of a specific civilization, killing every single person in that civilization is not a war. That's a genocide.
Well, so then I would say that's a fair point. I would draw it back into the larger conclusion of, without the blood sacrifice of a single son for the human race to share, there's no practical reason for genocide to not be something that continues to go on today.
God
And I
could have
would even
just told
say,
his people, don't do genocide. God gave rules to Moses. God laid out a moral code to the people of earth one of those moral codes could have been don't do a genocide, but instead he said,
Right.
actually do like 3 of them for me.
Right. And then sent a son so we don't have to continue doing that to each other.
We don't
we
have
could
to
see
continue he sent a son so we didn't have to continue doing the thing that he asked us to do.
The laws of the Father's Old Testament are fulfilled through the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
If I had a kid, like I have a child hanging out here. Like let's say I'm a dad
Mhm.
and I have a child, and I say to my kid, "Hey, you did something I don't like. So in order to show your love and devotion and faith for me, I want you to punch yourself in the face every night for an hour." And so the child's doing this every night for an hour. I make them punch themselves in the face. Then one day I'm like, you know what? I was too harsh on you. I want to forgive you. How will I do that? I know. Let me have another kid and you kill that other kid. Now you don't have to punch yourself in the face. You know what I could have done? Just told them not to punch themselves in the face.
Yeah, no, so I'll just say I think maybe dating, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through a complete rational full perspective to get through the magnitude of the love of a father. But what I can say is the purpose of the law of the Old Covenant and of the Testament was to cultivate and raise a nation of women who learned how to
What?
continue to carry on the laws of their sons in a peaceable way. And so the closest thing to an actual blood sacrifice other than Christ from the Old Covenant is when Abraham, the father of the Jews, is specifically instructed to actually go kill his own son. And he
It
takes him up
sounds
to
to
a mountain.
me like what you're doing is a load of cope. You have to try to conform something into your worldview instead of just admitting, yeah, God commanded genocide. God has commanded genocide. God has commanded people rape people. God has commanded sexual slavery. God has allowed for regular slavery. Like God's done a bunch of fucked up shit. And then you're like, yeah, but he was so benevolent in the way that he stopped asking us to do all of that stuff. No, because he still asked us to do all that stuff. You can't do thousands of years of cruelty and then kill your kid and be like, but now I'm amazing. No, fuck you. No, you're evil.
Well, I mean,
And
so
that makes it worse because what you're telling me is you didn't need to do those thousands of years of cruelty. That was just completely unnecessary.
I find it very odd when people read through the Old Testament and come to the conclusion that it is more cruel than other fatherhoods that existed at the same time.
What do I don't care about other fatherhoods from humans, like, right? That's people. People are fallible. So like
Well,
a
but
human is a fallible being who's supposed to not have this ultimate knowledge on morality and be the ultimate good. But if a being posits themselves as an all good being, if he posits himself as this, then I'm going to hold him to a standard much differently than beings who are mortal and don't hold themselves to that standard. So yes, of course I'm going to analyze God way more than I analyze a person. He claims to be God. So yeah.
right,
What
right,
is like what this is such a weird dodge.
right. But like this is all coming from a world where men have been calling themselves gods even before Jesus. Like many
And I
men have
don't
called
believe
themselves
any. I'm
gods.
not talking about men who call themselves gods. I'm talking about a being who
Right.
exists outside of time
Mm-hmm.
and space. I'm not talking about a
Mm-hmm.
man. I'm not talking about Napoleon who just has a god complex or Caesar who claims he's God or any of these mortal men. I'm talking about a literal God, a being who supposedly can do anything, who knows everything, and who sees everything. That being
Mm-hmm.
has no reason for cruelty because anything they want to accomplish, they can accomplish without cruelty. but they do cruelty anyway. Whereas humans are fallible creatures. So, yeah, I'm going to analyze that all powerful being and I'm going to hold him to a higher standard than I hold anybody else. Just like I hold presidents of countries to a higher standard than like a citizen. Just like I hold police chiefs to a higher standard than a citizen. Just like I hold teachers to higher standards than students, right? When you're in a position of power and he's in the position of ultimate power, he's at a much higher standard than the rest of us.
Yes, yes, this is true. And so, and then for you, then the next step you take is, because evil exists and suffering exists and all these kinds of things, the fact that the Lord is not specifically intervening and is allowing pain and suffering and these kind of things to exist, therefore constitutes the improbability of there actually being an all-powerful God of love.
Yes, a good God who is a God of love would not allow for evil to exist. Not only allow for it, would not make it. God created evil. Evil only exists because of God. Nothing in this universe exists outside of God's will. Everything in the universe happens because he plans for it all to happen, because he's all knowing. So he knows at the start of the creation of the universe the way everything in the universe will go. If God didn't want evil here, which I would say in order to be all good, you have to not want evil to exist. If God didn't want evil to exist, he could have easily made a universe without it.
So you told me earlier that you are an atheist, but you're talking now in terms of God existing quite
Yes, I'm
specifically.
arguing within the worldview. I don't believe the
With
worldview, but I'm arguing within the worldview.
Okay, so then just for the sake of understanding, do you have, I presume, the scientific, atheistic, evolutionary understanding of just otherwise suffering induced through just natural processes of random events?
Well, yeah, I would just say suffering is a unintended byproduct of a universe without a mind, right? When you have a universe that's created without a mind, and you have beings created in that universe who have pain receptors and the ability to feel pain, suffering is inevitable. But if the universe was created with a mind, and that mind is all good, then that pain receptor shouldn't even exist. Right? Humans shouldn't even have the ability to feel pain. God could have easily made it so that we don't feel pain in any way, shape, or form. And he did. He technically did. Technically, you go back to the Garden of Eden, humans didn't feel pain. And he wanted that for us until he decided, no, I don't. And he put a tree there and told them not to eat from it. Then he put a snake there and told the snake, well, he didn't tell, but it put the snake there and allowed the snake to convince Adam and Eve to eat from the tree. And then said, sucks to suck. Now you're going to suffer for all of eternity. Because you failed a test I knew you were going to fail. And that I didn't give you all of the information for it to pass.
I mean, at this point, I'd have to take the debate into free will and then coming in and using that as an instrument, which I could completely do, but I feel like that's generally just a little bit disrespectful because I feel like it's just kind of hand wavy if someone's actually attempting to.
Oh, I will tell you. My issue with the free will aspect is it's this weird claim that free will is more important than a lot of things. For instance, if you, Samuel, were walking down the street and you come to an alleyway, and at the end of that alleyway, you see a woman who is being assaulted, and you know that you could stop that assault 100% with no harm done to you or the woman. You easily could stop this assault, right? It would be good for you to do that. I would say it's a bad thing if you don't stop that assault. God looks at that situation and goes, well, the free will of the rapist is more important than the woman. So I'm not going to stop this assault from happening. And I go, that's fucked up. I think once you go to rape somebody, you probably should lose your free will. So you don't do that rape, right?
So then let's talk about free will from the perspective of children of the human race began calling themselves gods before Jesus Christ comes along. They began calling themselves gods. They began messing and dabbling with things that are outside of their power. They began invoking a universal name of an all-powerful, all-loving God while creating harm and damage and giving themselves problems that are otherwise unsolvable because they're all calling themselves gods. Because this is the claim of the Son of Man, is that he is the one who first invoked the name of God.
Yeah, if
in
I
the
was
Old
an all-powerful being who was all-powerful and I controlled the cosmos and I could do anything and I know everything and all this, I wouldn't give a shit if someone calls themselves God. How petty am I? Okay. What that's like with if somebody comes into my YouTube chat and calls me fat, like I don't give a fuck. Like who cares? Like right? Like but instead God is so upset about this that it's one of his 10 big no-nos is not worshiping anyone but him. That's vanity. And an all good being should have no use for vanity. That's pride. God is the most prideful being, but pride is a sin. So it's a sin if we're prideful, but it's not a sin if God takes that pride to such an extreme that he'll punish us for eternity for lying about him or pretending somebody is him, or that is vanity. And that makes more sense to me. Like if God is a vain God who's just like enjoys punishing us, then yeah, half of what the Bible says makes total sense. He's just a vain, pompous prick. So he likes doing that stuff. He wants to punish us because he wants to be worshipped. Okay, that at least makes textually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, but he can't be all good and also be like, if you don't worship me, I'm punishing you forever. Right? That's not good. That's not good. That's fucked up. A good God would say, hey, even if you don't worship me, even if you don't love me, even if you reject me completely, if you live your life in such a way that's a service to others and you do good, you do the things that I think are good, like what Jesus says, which is healing the sick, feeding the hungry. What is it? It's Matthew 45, I think. The sheep and the goats. I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me whatever you do for the least of you, you do for me. And he goes, I don't care if you worship me. If you live your life this way, you get eternal salvation. I could care less if you worship me or not. That's a much better God. But instead he goes, hey, even if you live your life in the most loving, caring way ever, if you do everything in life in the service of others, if you have not a selfish bone in your body, if you don't love me and worship me, you will spend eternity with Satan and his demons in a place of fire burning for all eternity. That's fucked up.
So then I have a question. When you're saying Jesus Christ and worshiping Jesus Christ, are you talking about Jesus Christ in the form of bread and wine on the table, or are you speaking of Jesus Christ just in the form of the body of the human being?
When I'm speaking about Jesus Christ, I'm speaking just in what the man spoke according to the Bible. Like this is the
Okay.
words that Jesus apparently said, and one of those is in, I think it's Matthew 45, but I could have the verse wrong. It's the tale of the sheep and the goats when he's asked what will happen when humans ascend. He says the sheep will go to my left and the goats will go to my right, and the sheep will go to heaven and the goats will go to hell, and the sheep go to heaven because they did all of this charity work, and the goats will go to hell because they didn't do any of this stuff. But then later in the book says, if you don't worship me, you're not getting in. So
Right. But then there's a huge dimension, and
Matthew
this
25,
is not
that's what it
something that. Okay, this is not something that all Christians agree on, but for most of Christianity, when people are talking about the body of Christ, they're talking actually about there being a perfect sacrifice of blood, wine, and of bread at the table of life that serves as a mediator for all men of all races, of all nations, to be able to share and partake in, so that they have a place to come to within the pattern of Melchizedek, because it's a pattern of priestly ordination and of peace amongst men. But it's in the format of the reason there had to be the terrible evil of a man being murdered was so that we could see and have a table of life that all men are able to see, like not only see and partake of, but continue to consume. Because by continuing to consume, even to this day, the bread and the wine of Jesus Christ, people are continuing to be nourished by the exact same vine of life that was initially established by the Lord. So
Yeah, but
that's
none of this like matters truthfully, because I'm going off of what the words Jesus spoke. If I'm going to if I'm to believe Jesus was Lord, right? If I'm to believe Jesus is a part of the Holy Trinity, he's the Son, the Father, whatever we want to believe, and Jesus specifically says, "This is how I want you to live your life," I'm going to listen to that before I listen to anything else, right?
right,
This is Jesus
right. Well, I
saying
mean, he did specifically say, "Eat my flesh, drink my blood. This is my body. You cannot be saved apart from eating my flesh and drinking my blood." I don't have a way to pull up the verse right now because I'm on my phone, but
So
like that is
so in order to be saved, we need blood sacrifices. It's just weird. I don't know why an all good God needs a blood sacrifice in order to forgive people that he is mad at, when he could just forgive them, you know?
I mean, it's a shepherding point, because any man can approach the face of the Father directly and see and understand that the Father is still willing to lay down the life of his Son, because that's been the situation for all fathers from all civilizations,
No,
from all
no father. Okay, let me say something about fatherhood. Fathers should be willing to lay down their lives for their son, not the other way around. Fathers should not be willing to sacrifice their kids. That's not fatherhood.
nations.
That's you using your child as a prop. And Jesus was a
You
prop.
can say that, yeah, but like sons go to war for their mothers all the time to die, and
I don't think sons should go to war for their mothers to die. But
Right. Well,
going to war for someone is a choice. Jesus didn't have a choice. Jesus was going to die on the cross. That was his destiny from the moment he was born. He had no choice in the matter. This was going to happen.
was his purpose was he was sent forth from the Father, so he could lay down his life for the Father.
Yeah, he
so
didn't have a
could
choice.
return to the Father, so the fathers don't have to continue offering bloody sacrifices.
The father could have just
like,
not. The father could have just said, "You don't have to blood sacrifice to me anymore." Again, this is that you keep saying all this had to happen. No, it didn't. God is all powerful. He could have just said, "I forgive you." Literally, it's that simple. Like, it is the easiest act in the world. God could have just been like, "I forgive and forget. You guys are good. You don't have to commit blood sacrifice for me anymore." And then bada bing, bada boom.
I mean, we don't have to commit blood sacrifice anymore.
Yes, but the way he did it was by killing his son.
Right. And then at this point, I'd be like, but do you know that he came back from the dead? But I'm sure you've heard that before.
Well, I don't believe Jesus came back from the dead, but even if he did, that doesn't discount the fact that he was tortured. Like, that doesn't, like, great, you came back from the dead, you still felt all that pain. You still went through all that pain. Whoop-de-doo. I would get to heaven and be like, "Dad, what the fuck?" You didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if we're saying barbarians aren't included in the scenario, then yes, but like he's also trying to shepherd barbarians. He's trying to shepherd all all fathers and show all other
We're
fathers.
only barbarians because we do the stuff he asked us to do.
Partaking in the unbloody sacrifice of the supper of the Lord.
He asked us to blood sacrifice. He asked us a bunch of times to blood sacrifice. So if he's mad at us for doing blood sacrifices, maybe stop asking us to do it. Stop asking us to go kill entire civilizations and then take their virgin girls and give half of the virgin girls we kidnapped to priests to do what God knows what, and give the other half to all of our people to force them into wife in slavery. Like, maybe don't command us to do that, God. And then, maybe there won't be people doing blood sacrifices. You can't, in the same breath, command people do all of this fucked up shit and then get upset with them for doing all of this fucked up shit.
Right. So then if we flip it around in the lens of mercy and put it through the lens of women would simply have continued to demand blood sacrifices and sons
What?
to lay down their lives for their fathers. Well, because women are
What?
part of what are redeemed as well by Jesus on the cross. It's through the
What
pattern of
women didn't have power in these civilizations? What woman was commanding blood sacrifice? They didn't have any political power. They didn't have any social power. What
No.
like what woman was commanding blood sacrifice?
I'm talking about between different nations, between cultures that have completely different mothers.
Yeah, what
that have
cultures?
no-
What
what
cultures
cult- I
had
mean,
what cultures had women commanding blood sacrifices?
so I'll just the Vikings, like our women came through, raped and pillaged, and did a whole bunch of terrible stuff to white people in Europe. And the only reason
Vikings
that
were a patriarchal society. Men had the social power. Like women were not.
right.
Women definitely had more rights in Viking culture than like some other cultures, but largely the Viking culture was still patriarchal in nature. Men were in control of chiefdoms. So no, women weren't demanding blood sacrifices.
Well, but they continued to receive the benefits for men doing barbaric things, and were that would still
Okay.
continue to happen unless
And
unless there was
that did still happen after Christ died. So what does it matter? This thing that you're like that would have stopped happening didn't stop happening. People still
no.
committed horrible atrocities even after Christ was here. So God didn't stop this. Do you know what would have stopped it though? If God appeared to every single person on the planet at the same time and said, "Hey, it's me, it's God. This is what I want you guys to do." Pretty sure that would have caused most people to stop doing the bad stuff. And they still would have had the free will. They would have just had now knowledge of God and been like, oh shit, well, I'm not going to do this fucked up thing anymore. I just saw that God is real.
So then I suppose in the context of saying people have free will and the entire Christian story, then the prophecy of the Holy Spirit returning in the form of Christ, where a sword comes out of his mouth and he comes back to earth to wage war, to actually enforce his laws after he's given people however many thousands of years of time to learn the lessons he wants them to do. Or that when he finally decides to come in and use warfare to enforce his laws, I'm presuming you also just understand that to be vain, maybe?
Yes, God does not need to enforce his laws through any sort of bloodshed. He is all powerful. He can enforce his laws millions of ways. Instead, he chooses the most violent ways to do it.
Okay. I mean, I hear your points. Everything you're saying, you've got logical sequences for everything. So I don't think I'm going to be able to change your mind on anything. But I appreciate you debating me. This was fun.
All right, no problem. Okay. Just always boils down to, yeah, I don't got nothing to say, but you got to be wrong. Otherwise, it shatters my entire worldview. We got some more callers to get through, pretty much all of which want to talk about the Christian God being evil. So if you want to talk about anything else, let me know. First super.
This is from Beautiful Rank 21. Said, as a trans woman, I appreciate what you do and hold these anti-trans accountable. Hey, W, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we got in that little housekeeping moment. Remember, guys, to like the live if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that like button. There's 750 of you in here and only 233 likes. So you gotta hit that like button if you want to get you want us to get a couple more calls, especially ones that are not just Christian focused. If you want other types of calls, hit that like button, and we can hit them. Call and screeners are available. Let's take the next call. Coming up next is Jaden calling about the same topic, Christian God being evil. Jaden, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
28 and he, him.
Cool. And Jaden, you are Christian, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Now, Jaden, I believe the Christian God is evil. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
Oh, sure. Hey, I just real quick, I want to say I'm a little frustrated on your behalf. That last caller was pretty unorganized in a argumentation of what's going on. So I understand that was hard for even me to follow some of his points. The main point that I'd like to ask about is why would you claim, or how can you claim that he is evil coming from a atheist worldview? Because I fundamentally see a problem with trying to claim something is evil when you believe in a purely random, accidental creation. You were mentioning things like suffering or pain or any of these things, and that God causes these things to happen, therefore God is evil. But you can't really claim that he's evil if you believe that all of these things are accidents, right? How can you claim that someone is evil by creating pain and suffering when fundamentally you believe that pain and suffering are just accidents anyway? So
because the way I'm defining evil is the intentional causing of great suffering or harm for no reason or no good reason. So
okay, but why
even if
wrong?
Why is suffering wrong? I would just go from some like intuitive standard. Like when I suffer, it doesn't feel good. So therefore, when others suffer, they don't feel good. So therefore, causing suffering and causing people not to feel good is bad because it make me not feel good.
Okay, so it's a purely a I don't like the way that it feels, therefore it's wrong.
Like if you want to make it as if you want to make it as like if
working out or dieting wrong.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm just asking because we start to come down to questions of who gets to define what is good and what is evil.
So you believe anything God commands or God does is good. Is that correct?
Yes.
So if God commanded you to slaughter children, you would do that because it's a good thing.
So this is the part that is a very difficult conversation to have, because you're saying about punishment and whatnot. For example, God commands Israelites to kill the Amalekites and the
Midianites and the Canaanites.
Yeah, I understand. I'm relatively well read in the book. Yes, he commands these things. The other thing I have a question is, we have a person, in today's age, like
I will answer your question, Jaden. Jaden, I will answer your question as soon as you answer the one that I asked you, because you haven't answered it yet.
Okay, go for it. My point is, yes, he did command those things. But my point is that if you kill someone who is causing great suffering and will cause greater future suffering, are you causing suffering or are you preventing that suffering? That's seriously the point that I take on it. Do I think that it is good to just go around killing people?
Jaden,
No, I don't think it's good. And I don't think it's good.
the question that was asked is if God commands you to slaughter babies, let's say there's a hospital, there's a NICU in that hospital, and in the NICU are 200-day-old babies. And God says to you, Jaden, take a stick of dynamite and blow them all up. Would you do it? You know the answer is no, because you know that just something inside of you says that's wrong to do. It doesn't matter if God is commanding it. It doesn't matter if God's commanding it. It doesn't matter if God is claiming this is a good thing. You are grappling now with the fact that you intuitively just know that this is a wrong thing to do because those babies have done nothing deserving of this punishment. And yet, time and time again in the Bible, God said, go kill babies. Kill them, slaughter them, dead. Gone.
It's not time and time again. It is, I believe,
at least 4 times. I can name 4 times off the top of my head: the Canaanites, the Amalekites, the Midianites, and the firstborn Egyptians. At least 4 times off the. And if we want to add another one, we can say the flood. We take the flood too.
People kill the Egyptian. He kills the Egyptian firstborn. Which
okay.
There's a
because he did not have Moses tell the Egyptian people to paint the red on their door. So yeah, where I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure Moses does not. I'm pretty sure Moses does not tell the Egyptians about the red paint. I could be wrong. If there's a verse, I could be wrong.
I can. I'll find it. I'm driving right now, so I'm not in a position to be looking up Bible verses. But my point is that, first of all, the point of it's just preventing future suffering, number one. And number two, as a Christian, we believe that at first you have to put things through.
No, here we go. Exodus 12, 21 to 23. Wait. Exodus 12, 21 to 23. Moses only relays the command of the lamb's blood to the elders of Israel. He does not command it to anybody else. So by association, Moses killed a bunch of Israel kids. Because he only or a bunch of Egyptian kids. Because he only tells. He could have told the Egyptians, like, "Hey, all of your firstborn kids are going to die."
We would say that would be a fault of Moses more than it would be a fault of God. But my point is that as a Christian, the first thing that you do is read the Bible. And what does the Bible say? It says things like, "I do not want sacrifice. I want mercy." And I'm pissed off at you that you think that you can keep just doing these things and not repent about them. And it, not murder and all these things. So we have to first read and say, okay, it says don't do these things. Therefore, if you're claiming in the case of war, I need you to go in there and you need to wipe out these people, then this would be what we call a special dispensation or a special, basically, change up of what our regular standard operating principle would be. And the first thing, if I heard God, talk in my ear, hey, I want you to kill babies in this hospital, the first thing would not be, oh, yes, God's telling me, and I need to go and do all these crazy things. It would be, whoa, this is radically against everything else that I'm hearing.
Jaden, in this hypothetical I'm giving you, it is God. Right?
Question,
so you're no, but you're in order to
God is talking to me and he told me to do it, then sure, because I would have to trust. But
yeah,
I would
so you would kill a bunch of babies. Take the dynamite out of it. What if he wanted you to do it with your bare hands? He wanted you to choke them out with your bare hands. What if he wanted you to rip babies from their mother's stomachs? And that to you is good. You believe this is a good being. You believe a God that commands this would still be good.
I would believe that there was something outside of my understanding to perceive that it had to happen. Not necessarily that it's something that we like or something that is.
Jaden, you're wrestling with your own internal sense of morality right now because you want to stay consistent in your worldview instead of going, hey, maybe it would be kind of fucked up if God asked me to do this. Maybe slaughtering innocent babies who've done nothing, like quite literally, they're babies. It's not like he's asking you to go blow up a building full of, like at the serial killer convention, right? That, like, great, who cares? He's asking you to kill babies who have effectively done nothing. He wants you to, and even if God says, let's say God says, hey, all of these babies will commit genocide in the future. Let's say that God has that knowledge. He still wants you to commit an act on people that are innocent because, unfortunately,
so
time is
would you
linear.
go back and try
They
to kill
haven't
baby
done that.
Hitler, then?
Would I kill baby Hitler? Maybe, but I don't
Would
claim
you
to
go
be all
back in time
good.
and kill that?
Maybe, but I don't claim to be all good. I would probably kill baby Hitler and be like, that was a wrong.
Sparing Hitler
But
in your
again,
worldview would be better than not killing Hitler in your worldview.
no.
because
Wait.
he didn't do
Hold on,
anything to me.
Jaden. Let me answer your question. Baby Hitler is innocent, right? Baby Hitler is innocent. Killing baby Hitler is wrong. Would I do it? Probably, but I would still say that I'm wrong for doing it, right? Like, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I'm this all benevolent, all good being for killing baby Hitler. I'm just going in my limited knowledge, right? Because I'm not this all powerful, all knowledgeful being. Like, hey, maybe the future would be better without a Hitler. Now, this could backfire on me, and then I could be fucked, and then I could have fucking made things worse.
Position of that.
Yes, you're taking the position that it is good. You're taking the position that it is good to do.
Well, no, just listen. My position as
Why?
a
You're not
limited
listening to me.
being,
Why should I listen to
I
you?
feel that it is a bad thing to do. But as an omnipotent being tells me to do it, then I have to understand that there is some greater purpose than the limited knowledge that I have. I'm saying I have the opposite view, that I may feel that whatever I'm doing may be a net negative right now, and I do not understand what is going on. But if an omnipotent, all-knowing person tells me to do something, then am I to say, oh, either you're an idiot, like that's the point. I'm taking the opposite side of, because I am finite, something doesn't make sense to me and I don't like it.
No, what you're
But if
saying
the
is, listen to me. When I am put in this situation, I'm saying killing innocent baby Hitler is morally the wrong thing to do. Doesn't matter
Then why
what
would you do it?
outcomes. I'm not claiming to be morally right. I'm not a being who's all good. I do immoral shit all the time.
Do something morally wrong then.
Yes. Every time I speed, I'm willfully doing something morally wrong because speeding puts people at higher risk. Every time I watch an illegal movie on the internet, I'm willfully doing something that's morally wrong because it's stealing. I've walked into Walmart and taken shit, right? I'm not claiming to be an all good being, and I'm not claiming these actions are all good, and I'm not claiming they're morally justified. You are. You're claiming that killing innocent beings is a morally justified thing to do, as long as God tells you. I'm not. I'm saying it is wrong. It is always morally wrong to kill people that are innocent.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but then my question of, so then you would kill baby Hitler, but you would say that it was wrong. So
Absolutely, it's wrong.
Why would you do something? But if it was the wrong thing to do in your own mind and completely unjustifiable, but you already just said that you would do it. So why would you do something in your own worldview that you would say is unjustifiable? That's the question that I have. Because in my worldview, I might say that this feels wrong to me, but a omnipotent person told me to do it. Therefore,
because
despite
I'm
my
a creature,
own
because I'm a creature
of the situation, I have to understand the greater picture that I can't see.
The answer is I'm a creature who it doesn't have foreknowledge on everything. So yes, it's wrong because killing baby Hitler at this point in time, he has currently committed no bad actions. So it's wrong to do. Now I can say, hey, there might be some positive intended outcome from this, right? It's still wrong to kill him. It's still a morally wrong thing to do. The difference is, even if you know there's a positive outcome to killing all the babies, it's in your worldview morally right to kill them because God is commanding it. So it's morally right.
I understand. But my question is earlier you were saying if God is all powerful and all ability to stop suffering, then why does he do it? Well, if you can foresee the fact that there will be genocides committed and you say, hey, these people need to be taken out to prevent genocide, future greater harms, and you do that, and then you go back and say, well, because that bad thing never happened, this thing was obviously bad, even though it prevented a future. And no, I understand that it's difficult to understand that because
Jaden, it's not difficult to understand, Jaden. It's not difficult to understand. Is God all powerful?
Yes.
Could God have prevented them from committing genocide without killing them?
Theoretically.
Yes. Yeah. So he has no reason to kill them.
So,
right? Like I could argue that like if I had a time machine, I would have no reason to kill baby Hitler. I can just remove him from the timeline. I just take him with me and I raise him. Killing him would only exist if there's like killing baby Hitler only exists if that's my only option. God is all powerful. If God is commanding you to kill something in order to prevent something, it means that he refuses to do anything to stop the thing that's coming. He's all powerful. He can do anything without killing. He could prevent that genocide without killing a single soul.
Not doing it in a way that you find approving of.
Yes, killing babies is not doing it in a way that I approve of. Correct. Should be the same for you. If he's all powerful, he does not need to kill babies to get his job done. So every time he said, I'm going to kill babies to do this, was wrong because he didn't need to. He's all powerful. He could have done it any other way. Literally. He can do everything. He chooses to do it.
I'm just curious in your mind, what would be another way? Because
I may not even know, but he's God.
The way that was the most appropriate.
No. So you're telling me right now, wait. So Jaden, you're telling me right now that the all-powerful God could not have stopped the genocide without killing the babies. So therefore, he is not all-powerful. There was something that he physically couldn't do, which is stop the genocide without killing the babies. Then he's not all-powerful. He's limited in his power.
I would claim that there's a difference between limited ontologically and self-limited, but that's...
So he limits himself?
Well, what we would say is that
I could have done it. I just didn't want to. I wanted to take a break.
Do things that are wrong. So does that mean he doesn't have freedom because he can't do something that's wrong? Right? That would be sound self-contradictory. But
this is not self-contradictory. This example is not self-contradictory. God could do a million things to prevent a genocide, right? He could do a million things, but he doesn't. He chose the thing that required babies be slaughtered. In order to stop a genocide, he committed a genocide.
All right.
He doesn't seem to be that powerful to me.
Well, can agree to disagree. I have some errands that I have to do, and I am sitting in a parking lot, so I will leave you to your stream and hear what the next guy has to say.
All right. They always know that they wouldn't do the fucked up shit God is telling them, but they have to find a way to twist themselves to do the fucked up shit God would tell them to. You wouldn't kill baby Hitler? No, if I had a time machine, I would just take him with me. I'll go back, take baby Hitler, and peace out. There's no reason to kill him. God couldn't figure out a way to change the Medianites without slaughtering all of them. He was limited in that capacity, chat. He just couldn't figure that one out. That was just beyond his power. Yo, Jordan, thank you for the Cash App. Said, for your work, love you, bro. Hey, love you too, Jordan. Thank you so much. I'm just a girl in a village doing all right. Then I became a princess overnight. All anybody wants to talk about is the God topic today. No one wants to talk about Iran. Nobody wants to talk about none of the other stuff. Y'all just want to talk about God. So much to learn and see. Well, we got a couple of super chats. Let's read them real quick.
One voice. 102847 sent our next two super chat said, Dad, be like, get on the cross when he could just say, hey, yo, stop. That's so true. That's so true. And then Ken also said, JD saying theoretically was hilarious. I agree. Lack and Twinkie.
Thank you for the super chat. Yo. If you want to support the stream, remember, super chats are a great way to do that. If you want to support the stream and not let YouTube take large portions of what you send, Cash App and Venmo are the best ways to do that. Oh wait, fuck, I fucked up. I'm just a girl in a village doing all right. Then I became a princess overnight. And I got a better ham and a ham on to hold my hair. Up and I got a new I love when people tell me, like, you don't understand the Bible. Like, I'm just reciting what the words of the Bible says, fam. Taking the next call. Coming up next is Al. Al also wants to talk about the Christian God being evil. So let's find out. Al, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
What's up? He, him, and 23.
Okay, 23 and he, him. No problem. Al, you are Christian, correct?
Correct.
All right, Al, I believe the Christian God to be evil. Do you disagree? And if so, why?
I do disagree because I believe, actually logically, I think that it is the only worldview that justifies your morality, logic, truth, etc. And these last two callers have been on the defensive here. So I would like to posit that is the only position that has these standards in place. Otherwise, it's a totally absurd position. So if you would allow me that.
That's pretty silly, Al. There are multiple morality standards and codes. There's consequentialism, there's deontology, there's virtue ethics. I'm a secular humanist. Sure. Like, Christianity is not the only moral system in the world. So that would just be a weird.
No, but I was arguing it's the only justified one. So you're giving a standard for good
justified
and evil.
Based on what? It's a circular moral system. So justified based on what?
Well, that's what I was asking you. How do you justify your moral code?
In the same way you would, like in the exact same way.
I justify it logically. So either there's
in the exact same way.
The absurd argument would be there is no God. The logical argument is that there is a God.
I would argue claiming there's a God is not the logical side of the argument. But again, we're not talking about if there is a God. You're saying, how do I justify my worldview? I would justify it in this exact same way you justify your worldview. Literally the exact same way.
Okay. I don't understand. So how do you justify your understanding of ultimate good and ultimate evil? That's a universal claim. And you already admitted earlier that you're a limited being.
In the exact same way that you do. Quite literally, think about the way you justify your worldview. You do it by having faith in something, right? And that's the justification of your worldview, is that you have faith in something, quote unquote, greater than yourself, right? That's my stance. My faith, though, wouldn't be placed in a God like you're placing your faith in it. My faith is more placed on like if we're looking at like secular humanism, my faith is more placed on the belief that because humans are conscious and can experience pain and can experience harm, right? I place faith in hoping that people don't want to cause other people harm, right? We place it in the same thing.
Great.
All morality is subjective, both Christian morality and secular humanism and fucking care ethics.
Christian morality is arguing it is an objective reality.
It's not.
You're taking the subjective stance.
That's
How
not
do
what
you,
that's not what
how do
Christian
you-
morality is arguing. Objective morality would be morality that exists outside of a mind. It would be a moral system that's mind independent. Christian morality is not mind independent. It is dependent on a mind. That mind is God. It's why things that God said was okay before are not okay to do anymore. That's subjective.
Within the
It
mind
changes.
of God, it is objective for us. So when we're saying subjective,
That's
we're
still
referring
subjective.
to us in our human state. Well, no, it's a reality argument. It's
No,
part
it's
of
subjective or
reality.
objective just means is it mind dependent or mind independent? Yours is not mind independent. Without God's mind, your morality doesn't exist. And your morality shifts and changes at the whims of God. So things that I know for a fact you would say are wrong, you would have to concede to them being okay because God says they're okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So what God says is okay is the pole, the North Pole for the Christian morality and Christian the ethical system.
Yes, you believe slavery is okay because God says it's okay. You believe it's okay to
Well,
own
he
another
doesn't say
person. Yes, he does. He says that verbatim.
At some point in the Bible, but not explicitly a good thing. No.
He says it's morally permissible. Morally permissible means it's okay to do. God does not view this as a moral negative. So you believe it's not morally wrong for someone to own a slave because God tells you it's not.
Within the historical context or just forever?
Nope. God does not place it within a historical context because God is a being that exists outside of time and space. His morality does not change. What is wrong or what is okay to do at one point in time for God is okay to do at all points in time for God. So when God says slavery is okay to do, he just means blanket. He doesn't say he specifically doesn't say you can do slavery up until this point. He just says you can do slavery. So you have to agree that owning another person's property is okay.
Right, and this is what the last guy got hung up on. All these other things like the baby thing and stuff like that. You're arguing that it is in fact evil for everybody, and that's a universal claim. How are you actually giving a universal claim?
I'm not giving you when I say God is evil, right? I'm saying like within my moral code, God would be evil. Of course, you don't think he's evil within your moral code, obviously.
Correct.
However, your moral code is a moral code that says slavery is okay. So I think your moral code should probably be ignored. Like it's not a good moral. That's not a beneficial moral code.
Just to clarify, we don't. I'm not getting racial about it. We're gonna keep it, logical and philosophical here. I'm not explicitly saying slavery is okay. We could get into
then you disagree with God.
The interpretation. Well, no,
we could do all of that. We could do all of that. Do you think it's is in your moral system? Just separate yourself from the Bible for a second. In your moral code, is owning another human being as property morally permissible?
If I disregard Christianity in total?
No, just off the cuff, what does your intuition say when asked that question? Is it okay to own another human being as property?
That's totally ambiguous. Like I could pick many situations where it wouldn't or wouldn't be. And then, by the way, that's
wait. Name me a situation where it's okay to own another human being as property.
Let me think. Well, say you're a father to your child.
You don't own your children.
I'm a man, so
your children are not property.
Well, I mean,
that's why they can be taken away if you neglect them. If they were property, they could not be taken away if you neglect them.
Right. In the same vein, you could say your body is not your property, since you can have your limbs removed or whatever. There's really no physical.
The government can't forcibly remove your limbs. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about government standards. I'm talking about reality. Nothing is absolutely certainly yours.
What? No. Wait. What?
You want me to elaborate? Do you have any questions there?
Homie, if someone takes my limbs without my say-so, they violated my rights, which means they did something wrong, which means they weren't allowed to
I'm
do this.
talking-
They just did it.
Sure.
We're talking about what you have the right or not, or don't have the right to do. Your worldview, if it is that of a Christian worldview, states that you have the right to own people as property. And I'm asking you, in what instance is it okay to own someone as property? And you have not been able to give me an instance where it's okay to own another person as property.
Yeah, my child.
You do not own
I
your
did- I
children as
did bring that
property,
up.
and it's not okay to own your children's property. If you
Right. Okay.
like what? If you have a kid, do you think you can beat your child?
Potentially. But listen, we're getting off topic here. You're going into gotchas here.
No, wait a minute. What the
no.
fuck are you
Well,
talking
listen,
about?
let me make
You
the
think
point.
it's
Let me make the
you
point.
think it's okay to beat your children?
No, I'm not saying it's okay to. Oh, fuck.
Also,
Okay, listen.
you're hold on.
If you have-
Your mic is peaking. You need to, if you're not on speaker, go on speaker. If you're on speaker, get off
My
speaker.
fault. Does this sound a little bit better for you?
It sounds the exact same. So switch
Okay,
to either
I thought-
going on. It's your what?
Not a great microphone. Let me just make the point here. If your child is going to walk off of a cliff, you are assuming responsibility for them, assuming their well-being. You're assuming that you have the right to withhold them from walking off the cliff. In the
You
same
don't
vein
have
that
the
you
right to
own
beat
things-
them. You are a caretaker to your child. You are not their owner. You're a guardian and a caretaker. If you were their owner, you could neglect them and no one could harm. Like if I have a car and I own that car and I leave that car in a field and it gets rusted and rotted and all this other shit, I won't be punished for this because that car is my property. I can do that if I want. If I do that with a child, I'm going to go to jail and they're going to be taken from me. You're
Right, so
telling
how
me
is your-
that it's,
Sure.
again, if you're not on speaker, go on speaker. If you are on speaker, go off speaker. Your mic is peaking horribly. Or if you have a Bluetooth headset in, take it out.
It's a laptop mic.
Okay,
So-
well then speak a lot quieter. Or go into your laptop
Well, it
settings.
can do.
Go into
I
your
can- I
laptop
can, in fact, do
settings.
that.
Go into your laptop
Sure,
settings
sure.
and turn it down.
Okay,
So
recording.
again, you do not own your children as property. You cannot beat your children. That's fucked up. And per your worldview, but that's way too, well, hold on. That's way too quiet now.
So where do you derive
That's
these
better,
rights
okay.
from?
Where do I derive rights from? Rights are just a set of like unspoken rules that sentient beings have in engagement with each other in order to like flourish. It's in order to like benefit flourishment. Rights aren't
Right,
like
so where do you
something like
derive
universal. They're yeah. We have created.
Oh, so they're subjective?
Holy shit. Rights are subjective.
You're saying they're subjective. So who are
It's
you
like
to say that
all-
my right to beat my kid is any different than your right to not beat your kid?
Is that a real question that we're having a conversation about if God is good or evil?
Man,
We're
I thought
saying-
we could be
we're
like
saying who's-
intellectual about it.
We're saying who's right. All of this to avoid telling me that you think slavery is bad. This is crazy.
Well, it's a presuppositional argument. So you're presupposing all of these things like good and bad and rights. Where are you getting all of these things? And how are you? Who are you to say that
Again-
mine should be following your standards?
Again, I am a secular humanist. So I believe in secular humanism. I believe that centering human well-being and focusing on like ethics based around logic and reason are beneficial to the flourishment of the human species. You are Christian.
Okay, so
you
where?
believe whatever God says
Correct.
goes.
Correct.
So, for example, not beating children is beneficial to human flourishing because children who are not beaten don't suffer the outcomes, the negative outcomes of being beaten. They don't have mental health issues based around it. They're not going to have PTSD from it. They're not going to then go on to commit violence because of it. So those things tell me beating kids is wrong. You would
How
say
are you to say
it's
that's
not.
ultimate negative? You're
What?
giving ultimate universal claims here. These are
Oh my
ultimate
good
universal
God.
claims,
Oh
good
my
and bad.
God. We have to move to Philbro now because it does not. Again, I already answered this question. You just weren't listening, or I don't know what it was.
I'm
My
sorry, if you would
worldview
please
is
repeat.
my worldview is shaped around human flourishment. So when we look at negatives, we would say these are things that don't account for humans to flourish in ways that are healthy, in ways that are happy. We just use basic logic and reason to come to these conclusions. We can even say there's some level of evolutionary empathy because we possess this as well as a species. We could even say there's some level of scientific reasoning here. We look at what we look at like the effects on the human body that beating a human does, and we would say this is why this would be wrong. You believe slavery's okay, so I don't like what.
Okay, yeah, if I could get my piece in now.
Sure.
I see the chat is tweaking about this. Guys, this is a purely intellectual thought argument. I'm not actually advocating for child violence.
Al, I gotta be honest. I gotta be
So-
honest, when you say that it's okay to sometimes beat your kids, I think the intellectual argument is gone at that point.
Well, I'm not actually beating kids. It's just a thought experiment. So if we could be mature about it, logical.
Wait.
that'd be appreciated.
Wait. Yes, you do. If we're operating under your worldview, yes, you do. Because your worldview states that it's okay to sometimes own people as property, and that owning children, like having children, would be owning them as property, and that you can beat your property because it's your property. Unless you don't believe
Right,
this, in
so
which case you don't believe in the Christian worldview.
Okay, yeah, so the topic is the Christian God is evil. I'm arguing that it is the only metric for good or evil and logical coherence.
Then
So when we're going
great.
into these,
So hold
these
on.
details,
Wait. If that's the case,
Al,
if the case is the Christian God is the only way we can know what is good and know what is evil, is it evil to own a slave?
that would take a little more theological interest, but I would say it is arguably, it certainly is the case if God commands it, but I don't know if that's actually what the Bible asserts.
Oh,
But,
I'll read it.
If we
I'll
can
read
get
it for
back
you.
to the actual argument.
This is the
You can
argument.
go ahead. I would have to do more research.
This is literally the argument. I can read it.
You're
It's
already,
one.
no, but listen,
This-
bro. Let me get
This
the
is
point out,
literally the argument. You just said, I'm telling you you just told me that the only way we can know what's good and evil is through a Christian worldview. And I'm telling you, this is what the Christian worldview says about this specific moral action. Is it good or bad? But now you're telling me, actually, I don't know if this is good or bad, even though the Christian's worldview says it's good. Or not, maybe not say it's good, says it's morally permissible. You're twisting yourself instead of just saying like, yeah, no, it's evil to own a person. But God specifically says your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy from among the strangers who sojourn with you and their clans that are with you, who have been born in your land, and they may be your property. You may bequeath them to your children after you die to inherit as property for life. And you may make them slaves for life.
Right. So if I could now, but I don't believe in sola scriptura, which is what you're asserting here. It's a cohesive system, and so with that, we can't say just for sorry, I got a phone call. We can't say it's just one line of the Bible that we're going to throw in the face of the entire worldview.
The Bible never claims slavery is morally negative, but if that's fine, if you're saying I don't take scripture in that way, how do you know what is or is not moral in your worldview? You would just be making it up as you go along. If you're saying I'm Christian and I believe in a Christian worldview, the only thing that can give you that worldview is the Bible. Otherwise, you're just assuming what the worldview is. And so the Bible
Well,
specifically lays out that it's okay to own a person as property, and it never takes that back. It even reasserts it later in the New Testament when it says that when Paul specifically tells slaves to obey their earthly masters, whether they are cruel or kind. It asserts that you like slavery is okay.
Right. So that's the Bible, and then following it, we have the church, which is a continuation of the body of Christianity.
The church
So
is
if we
not
are
God.
to
The church
say
is man. The
that-
church is man. So you're saying you get your worldview from man's interpretation of
The
God,
church-
not from what God specifically says.
No, the church is inspired by God. So
Is the Bible.
that's not true.
So is Leviticus. Leviticus is Moses directly. Leviticus is Moses. Let me ask you a question. Have we had a prophet since Jesus?
Prophet, I think that term would be problematic. We would call them saints.
Name me one saint who has said slavery is bad. Or slavery, you can't do slavery.
I could do a cursory Google search, but off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
So then, slavery
But
is okay.
we're totally off topic. We're arguing
We're
that
not.
Christianity is bad. You're arguing that you have a more coherent system or more closely aligned with the reality system.
No,
on
the
which to
actual
judge
topic is just that the Christian God is evil. The topic isn't my moral worldview is
yeah,
better.
You're supposing it. You're
No,
supposing
that's
you
not
know
the
better.
topic.
You
The
know
topic
better
is
whether
the
or not
top.
it's good
Yes,
or
the
evil.
topic is the Christian God specifically is evil. That the things that he does is evil, and if you disagree, then you have to admit here that slavery is not evil.
I can't say that because Christianity is 2,000 years old and longer with other.
What does that have to do with anything?
Judaic texts.
Who cares? So
It's an
what?
extremely dense body of work. I'm not going to say whether or not slavery is explicitly wrong because I haven't read the Bible in full or read the entirety of the church history.
Is
and
there
all of its
any
work,
point
so-
in history? Is there any point in human history in which slavery was okay?
I'm probably, yeah. Oh yeah, well certainly because it was God demanded in the
What?
Bible. Yeah.
Insanity.
Hey man, it's a worldview level argument. If you're saying it's evil,
But
you're
morality
claiming to know better.
morality is objective, right? Slavery used to be good, now it's not good, but morality is totally objective. There's totally an
It was
objective
demanded by
worldview.
God. It was demanded by God and the lawgivers above the law. He can make these things good. Yes.
Okay, so slavery
not
is not
incoherent,
morally
though.
wrong. So slavery, I'm not saying it's not Wait, I'm not saying you're not being incoherent. It's just ridiculous. So slavery is not morally
Well,
wrong.
ridiculous means incoherent. It means absurd. So there's no absurdity in my argument.
Do I have to turn the Philbro timer on? Do I have to turn the Philbro timer? I will. I'll turn the 5-minute
We can
timer
go for
on.
it, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Philosophy is my sort of thing. Theological,
Is it?
The theological arguments are extremely dense, and that's
What are
what I'm
your
working
What are
on
your
next. But
credentials?
yeah,
What are your credentials on philosophy so far? Like what level? What
I'm
level are you?
Unemployed.
Oh,
That's what I got for you.
So,
But
like-
I do spend a lot of time in it, and honestly, you're missing the bulk of my argument. This usually
bro,
happens,
they
but the
never
main crux of my
understand
argument
that they just
is you're
regurgitate
presupposing good and
philosophical
evil.
fucking
within the Christian
points.
context. Yes, it is good, but you're saying it's not good. So
Yes,
if
you
either
think
you're
within the
saying that
context of Christianity, it's okay to own
Yes.
someone as property.
within the context of God saying it is good in that moment, and then along with the church fathers' arguments on it and the church history,
God never says it's bad.
It's a more nuanced. It's a more nuanced take than just saying slavery is good or slavery is
It's
bad.
not more nuanced. God, think about it. Think about it critically for a second. Think about it logically for a second. Who did God say slavery was okay to?
It was I forget what they're called. It was Israelites, I believe.
There you go. When did he tell the Israelites it was okay to own slaves?
I don't know.
What was the major
Europe or
event
whatever.
in Hebrew history that the Israelites just went through?
Don't remember. Sorry, bro.
You don't-
Like I
you
said,
don't know your
theology
book?
is not not the depth. No, that's the next product. But I like to get the philosophical arguments out of the way.
How
first,
can you
because
have a
looking at
philosophical
Christianity-
worldview on Christianity without first understanding Christianity? You need to understand Christianity first
Yeah.
and then do the philosophy afterward. You can't do the philosophy first and then shovel Christianity into it.
Well, kind of, because if your worldview is already not suited for the subject, you can look at the Bible and say, this is all terrible. I remember at one point I was like, this sounds like the devil killing all these innocents and slavery and so on and so forth. But once you get into the actual philosophical angle, you can see how these things.
But you wouldn't know if it's the devil because you don't know the theology. What?
It begins at the logical level.
No,
If
it
you're
doesn't.
brainless-
No, it doesn't. It needs to
if you're
begin
brainless
at
and
the
you
level of
contradict yourself, then
no.
you
It
can't
needs to
interpret
begin at
anything.
the level of
Interpret-
theology. If you're gonna have a worldview based around theology, you need to know the theology. You need to. You can't say my worldview is based around this theological position, and then you don't know anything about the theological position.
Okay, so by what standard do I have to know it? Do I have to memorize the Bible?
You
or-
should know the
what-
fucking Exodus. You should know what God has done. You should know the
Yeah,
major
that's
key
pretty
points of the
arbitrary.
Bible. What?
That's a kind of arbitrary standard.
No, it's not arbitrary at all. You should
Well, you
know
just
the
said you should
major.
know it.
You should know the major events that have happened in the
Yeah, why?
theological worldview, because those events shape the rules of that theological worldview.
Right. I mean, I'm working on it, but listen, if we're trying to get a worldview level argument out there, you're saying it's evil, right? You're asserting that it is
Yeah.
bad. Am I right on that?
Oh my god, dude! You're just not
You have
great
to
at
say
this.
whether or not it's
We're just not
bad.
great.
Okay,
We're
well,
just
can I give
not great at
a
this.
closing statement then?
You can try.
I can tell you're kind of irritated with it, but
I'm not
So you're
irritated. This is
asserting that
fucking
God-
hilarious.
we can keep going then. I mean, it's
No,
up to you. I love, I
I'm
love
definitely
this
bored of the conversation. You don't know your own
I know
theology. Like, how do we have? Oh, I want to have a conversation about God being evil. Well, hey, here's all this evil shit God did. Well, I don't know about any of that because I haven't studied the theology. Okay.
Well, you're saying it's evil, and you don't even you don't have a coherent worldview yourself.
I've
so
given you my
you
coherent
have no
worldview.
standard by
You
which-
ignoring it. I've given you the standard. You ignoring it doesn't mean anything to me. I've given you the standard. Which one? I'll switch it if you want. Here, I won't be a secular humanist. I'll do consequentialism. How about that? That's my worldview. It's consequentialism. No, fuck it. Deontology. Let's do
could you-
deontology. You want to do deontology? Maybe virtue ethics. Divine command theory? No, that's what you do.
whatever-
Moral relativism? Do you want to do that one?
whatever you
Moral
want.
realism? Should we do moral realism?
Whatever you
Social
want.
contract theory? What do you want to do? You saying that I've not given you the standard is not true. You don't know the standards. Okay. And anytime I try to tell you about the standards, you go, well, that doesn't make sense because I'm a divine command theorist. So yours doesn't make sense to me, even though it makes sense to like tons of other people. Made sense to fucking Kant, made sense to Aristotle. But this is my problem with tier 1 philosophy bros, right? Like you just are regurgitating the shit you've heard instead of giving yourself time to actually let it sink in and you form an opinion around this stuff. It's just like, it's lazy. Like if we're gonna have the conversation about God being evil, you have to know about your God. You just have to.
Okay, man. So you're asserting multiple different subjectives.
Yeah, I'm gonna
moral-
assert the end of this
moral
call. Bye. Assert these nuts. I'm out. My God, dude. Yeah, I swear to God, Phil Bros will be the death of me, bro. They'll be the death of me, dude. They will be the death of me. My God. Dude, at least that one made me fucking laugh, bro. Golly. Shout out to
Read it in a funny voice. Be it. Thank you for the Venmo. Said grateful for the work you do. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the Venmo. Jaden, thank you also for the Venmo, said, anytime someone says they don't understand how people without religion can have a morality system, they go immediately on my stay the fuck away home list. Bro, it's so embarrassing. Go fuck yourself, Al. Truthfully. Alright,
we're some other calls are getting screened, so we'll do some more. Guys, send some super chats. You know, send me if you're liking the show, send a super chat and be like, say poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee. Can we get some pee pee poo poos in the super chats? Some pee pee poo poos. Some pee pee poo poos. Dude, it's so stupid. I'm just a girl in a village doing all right. But I'm making my brains Wayne, thank you for the Cash App. Let's
Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey, sisters. There's something going on in the background noise. Turn that off. Wayne, thank you for the Cash App. Said, keep up the great work squashing bugs like this. I'll try, Wayne.
I will try. Up in my with my new family.
Yoshi, thank you for the Cash App. Said, he poo poo pee. That's a little bead. Full bead. Full bead. Full bead.
Anyway, poop, 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 poop. There's no way that's real. Someone's calling in to talk about flat Earth. What the fuck? Absolutely not. I don't do flat Earth debates. There are some positions that I think are too ridiculous to. Oh, bunch of super chats. Okay, we'll read those in a second. Let me get them all coming.
Alright, let's read these super chats. All while having zero evidence of his God. True. This is from Colin Rafferty. Zero evidence his God even exists. But it's, you know, but our worldview is ridiculous. I base my worldview around humans because I know humans exist. Beautiful Wife 21, thank you for the super chat, said slavery is bad and I don't believe in God. There it's easy. So true. So true, bestie. Queen Corrupt said, it's like someone gave the Philbros a list of words and that's all they know how to use, albeit incorrectly. You know you got a Philbro if someone goes, if it were the case that this was deontologically true, that my biggest issue with the Philbros is they're boring. Rob Kirkland said, take the flat earth call. Maybe. If it's a good one, maybe. If it's good, maybe. Maybe. Me, I want a hula hoop. Oh, the flat earther hung up. Oh, no they didn't. They're just not calling to talk about flat earth. They're calling to talk about trans women and men, I think. I love those videos of flat earthers being proven wrong. Like they do tests and prove themselves wrong. It's so fucking funny. I'm good. I'm good. I just almost died. YouTube, tell chat I love them. Ugh. Not only is the earth is flat, but slavery is okay. That's what I need. I need a voice changer voice for whenever I want to say something like really bad. So then you guys can't clip me because I'm voice changed.
That would be funny. This one is Joe Biden. But does it really sound like Joe Biden? What's a Joe Biden sentence? This man is no, that doesn't work. This no, doesn't work. Yes, doesn't work. I don't think it sounds like Joe Biden.
This one's supposed to be Donald Trump. Kinda. What if I do a Trump impression while doing a Trump voice? Those strangers too much. Appreciate your efforts in taking down film bros and MAGA losers. MAGA losers. Keep it up. If Donald Trump were impeached and removed from office, how likely?
Let me just read some super chats normally. Jesus Christ. Apasman said, if Donald Trump was impeached and removed from office, how likely is it the lawmakers who voted against removal would keep their seats? Very. Very likely. They're not going anywhere. Skeptical Cybrarian Jovan, the Alvin voice is amazing. Oh shit, true. Me, I want a hula hoop. They have an actual one that's just called Alvin. Let's hear. Let's see if that one's any good. Ew. Let's see the Alvin voices. Oh. Hey. Hey. Stupid. All right.
Either smiling and pouring on both, or saying not each other. Your anything's upside down.
I don't know why I was muted just now. It didn't matter because he hung up. That was weird. Well, anyway. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was all the calls. So we'll just chill and see if we get any more. I beat all the conservatives. W me. I loved your girly voice the other day. You made a lot of men question their sexuality. Well, listen. Maybe next time they should not do that. I don't know. Someone's calling in, so let's see what happens. We could also switch to gaming for the rest of the... Have I seen the Avatar movie leaks? Yeah, but I haven't watched them because I want to watch it live. Jovan, do you ever play Stardew Valley? I used to. Oh, nope, no calls. Should we do gaming for the rest of the evening? I mean, I've been doing 2 hours worth of debates. When am I on the line again? Oh, I've been recording. When am I on the line again? Tomorrow. Me and Lux are tomorrow. What would I play? Oh, I saved some really scary game, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Oh God, did I save it? Oh yeah. No, that's not it. Ah, shit, did I not? I thought I took a screenshot of it. Maybe I didn't. Oh shit, maybe I didn't. Thought I did. Christ. On a stick. I thought I screenshotted some game that I saw, but now I'm not seeing it. Oh wait, here it is. Let me see. Okay. A found footage horror game that released like a couple weeks ago. That could be fun. We got some call screening, so we'll see if these calls go through. I wasn't a fan of Hellmart. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I'll call you by number 2 if you want for shits and giggles. Nah, I don't like doing LARP debates. Favorite retro game? I don't know. One of the 2 behind me, probably. Retro Rewind. I already played that all on my own. I'm just waiting to see if this call goes through. If this call goes through on the screening, we'll take it. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to move to play a game. I love your Simpsons game in the back. Same. Same. Oh shit, I'm getting hungry. When did I eat? When did I eat last? I don't think I've eaten since like 11. What? Caller is saying you said you do not want to debate topic number 2 on air. What are you talking about? If it's on the list, it's to be debated. Oof, starting to get a little headache. Now that I talked about playing games, I kind of want to play a game. Low key, I kind of want to play a video game now. What's today, Wednesday? Yeah, I'm going to be on twice tomorrow. So yeah. No. I'm going to go play a video game. I'm going to go play a video game. End show. I ended the show. I want to play a video game. I want to go play a video game. Sorry, not sorry. Tomorrow I'll be on for twice the debate, so you'll get twice the content tomorrow. But for right now, I want to play video games. You know? Sorry, not sorry. Little Caesars, yes or no? Yes. Little Caesar slaps. All right, come to Twitch. We're going to play a game. Come to Twitch. Bye. I want to play a game. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. Like, sometimes I just want to do other stuff, you know? Okay, there we go. I was muted, my bad. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys see it? Everything look good? Ooh, up silencing the hill is crazy. All right, let me know if the volume is good for you guys. All right. All right, we are gonna play this game. I have no idea what it's about. It's just called Too Well Hidden. It's called Too Well Hidden from Steam. I guess it's about like kids who play hide and seek and they got cameras and we're gonna try it and maybe it's spooky, maybe it's not spooky, you know, but maybe it is spooky, right? Maybe it's a little spooky. Maybe. Oh, I have to change the thing on Steam. Oh, mods already did it. Yay. Let's get this shit going, baby. New game. Starting a new game will overwrite your... Yeah, whatever. I've never played it before, so yeah, that's fine. Press any key, okay? Any. Did that do it? Did that work? Did I press the any key? I'm like, why that looks so real? Because it was real footage. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, wait, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's fucking terrifying. Oh, my God. Can I turn the light on? It didn't turn on. No. Okay. Oh, I don't like it. I'm a tall kid. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm tall as shit. Oh, this is fucked up. Dude, this is fucked, bro. Okay, that light works. It's my grandmama. Oh, it's my own footsteps. Okay, Jesus Christ. Nope, don't do that. Oh, this is fucking buck, bro. Oh, nope, don't do that. Okay. Guess we're not going in there. We're not going in there. Okay, I guess we do have to go upstairs. Okay, I can run at least. Oh, nope, can't go upstairs. Okay. Fuck. What am I doing? I think I'm playing hide and seek. I think I'm supposed to find somebody. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Hello? Is anybody finding my seek right now? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that right there? What is that? What is that? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh my god, this is the worst. Can I turn my brightness up at all? Let's just a little bit, maybe? That seems like it did fucking nothing. That did nothing. There's no difference. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. There's quite literally zero difference in brightness. From the lowest setting to the highest, nothing is changing. You're fucking with me, right? Ah! What the fuck is you? Ah! No! Ah! Lights, please. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, she left a note, you fucking psychopath. Oh my god. I love playing hide and seek with my sister. I try to find a good place, but she finds me so fast. I don't think I'm very good at hiding. Maybe tomorrow I'll find a place she can't find so quick. Oh, you psychopath. Oh, you psychopath. So is that what you did? That didn't sound okay. That sounded fucked up. I heard a clap behind me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Why are you walking like that? Why are you walking like that? Why are you walking like that? Ah! Why did I look away? Why did I look away? Why did I look away? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't see a light. I don't see a light in here. Light. Okay. Brother. Oh? Oh? That was weird. The fuck? Shit, dude. You broke the light. I think that's, you shouldn't have done that. Right? Like, probably? Oh, there's a note on the fridge. Uh-huh. You shouldn't stand that close to the TV. Oh boy. That was mean. Don't do that. Don't turn the lights off after. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna make me, you're gonna make me, aren't you? Okay. Okay. What if I just... What if I... Yep, okay. It's Morse code. I don't think it's Morse code, but... Yup. Yuppers. Yup. What's that noise? What's that noise? Okay, that won't... Okay, fuck. Okay, alright. Okay. Okay. It won't let me leave. Okay. So, okay. Do I want to know? 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 Oh no. Bitch. That wasn't even a good jump scare. Why did that get me so much? That was so fucking loud, dude. That wasn't even a good one. That was so fucking loud for no reason, bro. No fucking shot, dude. That door's open now.
I love you, Dad. 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 I love you, Dad.
Hey.
I love you, Dad.
Hey.
I love you, Dad.
Hey.
I love you, Dad. I
Oh.
love you, Dad.
Fuck it up.
I love you, Dad.
Fuck it
I
up.
love you, Dad.
Fuck it up.
I love you, Dad.
Fuck it
I
up.
love you, Dad.
Fuck it up.
I love you, Dad.
Fuck it up.
I love you,
Fuck
Dad.
it up.
I love you, Dad.
I don't think I'm that scared of this game anymore. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. I love you too. Hey. I love you too. Hey. Hey. Fuck it up. I love you too. Hey. Hey. Fuck it up. I love you too. Hey. Hey. Fuck it up. I love you too. Hey. 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 Hey.
I love you, Dad. I love you,
Oh, I didn't like that noise.
I love you, Dad. I love you,
I don't like that noise. 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 I don't like that noise.
I love you, Dad.
Hey.
Dad.
Hey.
I love you, Dad.
Hey.
Dad.
Hey.
I love you, Dad.
Hey. Shut the fuck up.
I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad.
Just do it. Okay. Okay. My headphones are about to die. All right. Whatever the fuck that was, I guess. Okay. I might have picked the wrong game, dude. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold your hand when I say this. I might have picked the wrong game. Wasn't that just open? Oh no, it wasn't. Hello? Oh no. Oh, I see the eyes. So I guess I have to go into that room now. Okay, we're walking in backwards. What was that? What is that? 8. Oh, you ate? You thought you ate with that? We're walking in backwards. Oh, okay. There were no eyes. 7. Wasn't that in 8 before? 6. Oh. Oh, fuck me. Okay. 1. Okay. Now what? Now what? I'll save you, Mary Jane. Where are you, Mary Jane? Hi, Mary Jane. You're crying. Oh, you're gone. I'll save you, Mary Jane. I'm here. I'm here. You good? I'll save you, Mary Jane. I found you. Thank you for the key. Goodbye. I'm gonna take this key to the old town road. I'm gonna unlock the door and then get the fuck home. What the fucking fuck? Is this game about alcoholism? I can't see anything. So, like, if you're trying to scare me, it's working. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, I don't get it. Someone killed somebody. Oh. How many of these games really struggle sticking the landing? That's my ear, bro. Okay. 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 At least I got a light now. At least I can kind of see. Honey, light the candle for me. Okay. E to use. Okay. I can see. Guess we just gotta light all the candles? Okay. Doesn't seem too difficult. Actually seems kinda easy. Are there any other candles I should... He's a candle, she's a candle. We, she, for candle. Candology, womboism. It's first grade, SpongeBob. Okay. Okay. You kind of had me in the beginning game, but you lost me real fast. Is candle an instrument? No, Patrick, candle's not an instrument. No, horseradish is not an instrument either. Okay, is that all the candles? I think so. Would you light my candle? Wow. Yeah, totally. For sure. For sure. This is not safe, having a candle on the bed like that. That's not safe. Oh, infinite hallway glitch. That's speedrunning strats, you know? You get the infinite hallway glitch. Let's read. Mommy said Daddy went on a trip, but he didn't say goodbye. He always says goodbye. I think maybe he forgot something here. His shoes are still in the hallway. Mommy killed Daddy. Mommy killed Daddy. 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 Did Mommy kill you, Daddy? 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 I'm telling you, it's what all the alcohol cans are. Mommy drank that stinky stuff again. She said it helps her forget things, but then she got mad at me. I didn't say anything, but I promise. I didn't say anything bad, I promise. She yelled so loud my ears hurt. She hit me. I don't know why she hit me. Crazy. I don't know why she's mad. Maybe I make her think of Daddy. I just want her to like me again. Maybe she's mad because that was a fucking run-on sentence. Learn fucking English, bro. Then Mommy won't be so mad. Bitch. Don't do that shit. You know you saw me there. Mommy cries a lot in the kitchen now. She doesn't cook pancakes anymore. Yo, Mommy's an alcoholic, but it's the not cooking pancakes part that gets me. She just stares at the window. I asked if Daddy called and she got mad. She said I shouldn't talk about him, but I miss him. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe Daddy was a piece of shit. I mean, Mommy didn't like him. Daddy didn't care. If I want a dad's shirt, it smells bad and needs washing. Mom told me not to go up to the attic anymore. Sometimes I hear her talking upstairs. Sometimes I hear someone else too. Maybe Dad's back. Or maybe mommy's possessed. Take me to the fair. Was this game scary? Not really. Was it entertaining? It's okay. Mommy told me daddy is in a better place. I asked where that is. She smiled really wide. She said if I'm good, maybe I can go there too. I told her I'll be good, I promise. I said, I don't know, maybe if you're good, you'll also fucking die, you piece of shit. Hello? What y'all doing out there? You holding a ritual? Are they getting closer? Are you getting closer? You guys doing a ritual? Ritual, like a ritual sacrifice? Can I join? Mom was cleaning the floor. The red stuff wouldn't come off. She told me it was pain. She said daddy made her do it. Oh. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. Mommy said if I miss daddy so much, she'll take me to where he is. She's smiling in. She said it won't hurt for long. I'm scared, but maybe daddy will be waiting for me. Good night, diary. I think mommy's coming. That is a little sad, not gonna lie. Just because, you know, like some kids do experience that. That's kind of sad. Not enough to get me to play the game. She shouldn't have seen. Okay, well, why did you show her then, you fucking dummy? You shouldn't have seen. Well, why'd you show me, you fucking dummy? I tried to bring her back. Ritual sacrifice. Am I the mom? Fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. There's no fucking shot. That goat sounded. There's no fucking shot. Looking for your sister? Not really. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be so honest with you, bro. I kind of hope she's gone. She misses you too. Well, let her keep missing, I guess. Okay, now what? Bro, the goat got me, dude. I'm just a girl with my sister doing all right. And now I'm trying to figure out how to survive the night. Why the fuck is this bathtub in the bedroom? That kind of makes no sense. Where is the sink and where are the pipes here? I kind of see the pipes in there, right there. Why don't you let me out of here? I'm so excited to be Sophia the First. She misses you too. Good, let her. It's, nothing's happening. I'm assuming I have to trigger something. Am I looking for Sissy? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Did you look behind the curtain? Yeah. And under the bed? Sure. Well, it's not letting me look under the bed, but if I were to look under the bed, is there a crouch button I'm unaware of? What the fuck was this rated on Steam? Oh, how could I forget? Oh, how could you? I don't fucking know. She's with daddy now. Oh. Oh, is she with daddy? Want mommy to take you too? Yes, if it ends this fucking stupid shit, please. Oh my god, please take me too. Mommy's here. Hide. Don't tell her. Don't let her see you. Hide, please. Okay. Let's hide under the bed. Hide. actual fuck is this? Dude, I genuinely don't know what's happening. That it? If you make me do that whole shit again, I'm gonna fucking end your whole existence. Okay, there's fighting going on, so am I like trying to find my sister now? Can't turn on any lights. Y'all loud as fuck. Please. What am I supposed to be doing right now? Oh. Seemed a little excessive. I don't know. Just a little excessive, you know? Just a tad bit. Just like itty bitty bit excessive. Tape A. You're telling me there's more? I was low-key very excited to be done. No fucking shot. What? What? This again? No. No. Tape A. New game. All right, that's it. Game's done. Well, that was fun, I guess. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm not. That was definitely a game. That was definitely a game. For sure. For sure. Well, see you tomorrow, chat. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I think stream is at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and then another one in the evening with Lux. So I'll see y'all for that. Goodbye. I'm off this. Peace out. See ya. Toodaloo. Toodaloo.